This is in the town of Bar Harbor, which they call Bahaba. The town of Bar Harbor has led several distinct and remarkable lives in the last 200 years. All these lives, past and present, owe much to Bar Harbor's extraordinary location. To the west there are the wonders of Acadia National Park. To the east lie the waters of Frenchman Bay. In the 17th and 18th centuries, Bar Harbor was a fishing and shipbuilding town known to settlers as Eden because of its pristine surroundings. By the turn of the century, this island paradise had been discovered by America's most prominent families who made over this once sleepy village into a glittering summer resort. They built colossal summer cottages along Frenchman Bay and entertained lavishly. This aristocratic era lingered on through the Depression, only to be leveled by the Great Fire of 1947, which razed many of Bar Harbor's grand residences. Today, Bar Harbor, the largest town on Mount Desert Island, is a vibrant gateway community to Acadia. Because much of the park is preserved in its natural state, most commercial activity takes place in Bar Harbor and other communities of Mount Desert Island. And here Chris is enjoying a sprinkler on this lovely summer day. And this is the Bar Harbor Inn.
And unless, like, it's my nephew, so unless, you know, she actually knows the person, she won't. As a matter of fact, he put a bandana on his head the other day. She'd never seen him with a bandana on his head, and she was freaked out.
Pretty dog.
He is beautiful.
Gorgeous. She's gonna get pretty big too, huh?
Well,
her feet look pretty big.
Well, she was the run of the litter, so she won't get much. She'll get maybe another 3 inches and maybe
right?
10 or 15 pounds, but she won't get much bigger than she is right now. Find the owner or something like that.
States.
Is that right?
California considers any dog with any
You
percentage
smell a
of
little tiger on me?
We're up on the Cadillac Mountain. It is beautiful up here. You almost have like a 360-degree panoramic view. We're gonna watch the sunset.
Whether driving from Park Loop Road to the top of its 1,530-foot summit or hiking up one of the steep trails, most visitors consider Cadillac Mountain the high point, both literally and figuratively, of their trip to Acadia. Not only is Cadillac the park's highest peak, but it is also the tallest mountain on the Atlantic coast north of Brazil. On a clear day, visibility is best during fall and winter. The views Cadillac Mountain commands are panoramic and unparalleled. Spread out below are island-dappled Frenchman and Blue Hill bays, the whole of the park, and beyond that, much of Maine itself. Some visitors arrive at dawn, for Cadillac is one of the first places in the United States to see the sunrise. Others prefer the mountain's equally dazzling sunsets. Whenever they come, most visitors spend hours clambering over the bald granite dome. Acadia's 16 other mountains, 6 of which are more than 1,000 feet in height, also offer stunning views. Hey Joe, hey Chris. appears impervious to change. But, in fact, the history of the park and of the island where it is located is one of the imperceptible but ceaseless change occasioned both by nature and by man. Of the two, nature has been the more tireless sculptor, shaping Acadia's contours with fire, with ice, and always with a steady pounding of the surf. Some 500 million years ago, what we now know as Mount Desert Island began taking shape on the ocean floor. Erosion swept sediments from the North American continental plate, sand, seal, and mud, and later volcanic ash and seaweed out to sea. There they slowly amassed and hardened into what would become the island bedrock. Mountainous in size, these sedimentary deposits were built and then leveled by the heat and pressure of continental drift 3 times over the next 100 million years. Hey, Joe! Magma, or molten rock, further transformed this sedimentary rock. Churning beneath the Earth's crust, the magma eventually weakened and consumed the overlying bedrock, producing diorite, and then the coarse-grained granite that defines the island today. Later intrusions of magma created the dark basalt dikes that course like thick veins through the Scudic Peninsula section of the park. For millions of years, until the onset of the Ice Age, erosion gradually molded a single ridge of gently sloping mountains running from east to west. Nothing else sculpted Acadia with the force and grace of the glaciers that blanketed New England 2 to 3 million years ago. Many of the park's loveliest features were carved out by the brute force of these immense sheets of ice. Jordan and Long Ponds, Echo and Eagle Lakes, and the stunningly beautiful Somme Sound, a narrow but deep inlet of seawater surrounded by steep cliffs. The glaciers were staggering in weight and size. Geologists estimate their thickness at anywhere from 3,000 to 9,000 feet. Completely refashioning the lay of the land, glaciers hewed out a series of 17 individual mountains separated by U-shaped valleys running from north to south. The last of the glaciers, the one whose imprint remains most visible on the land today, advanced out of Canada around 100,000 years ago, crept slowly across New England, and eventually spread 150 miles out to sea. And there are very small, beautiful things here, too. This glacier not only dug out deep valleys and lake basins, but also engulfed and reshaped the mountain peaks, rounding and polishing the northern slopes, and fracturing the southern face into a series of sheer granite steps. The Precipice Trail section of Champlain Mountain, much beloved by serious hikers, was created during this period. As the ice sheet traveled, it gathered up large rocks and carried them considerable distances. These are called erratics. And this is one that you see right here, which Chris is climbing on now. These boulders can be seen at the summit of Cadillac and South Bubble Mountains, testimony to the strength of the glaciers. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. She's talking about the 3-pound lobster he just ate. He loved that lobster. This is the stunning sunset which we saw here. One of the most beautiful sunsets we've ever seen.
Jess, what would you say about it?
I think I want to bolt a tent to the side of the mountain and live there.
You can see 360 degrees
Basically, that's
from up here. There's water, and islands, and mountains. And one of the most beautiful sunsets I've seen in many, many years.
Beautiful.
Unreal.
These are lights at Bar Harbor. And the Bay Lady, a schooner on the ocean. We came here after Cadillac Mountain to walk around town. The Whale Watcher. And the streets of Bar Harbor.